Hello, everybody. Good day to you all. Welcome to Grand Madam's Collective. I am Grand Madam. Well, I'm going to be so bold as to take a look at the energy before the general election and the energy after the general election, just to see what it's going to be. Okay, what we can expect. I have my before cards and my after cards. Maybe I should show you the boxes. One moment. I need to turn around. And then you'll get the, I guess, better image before the tarot and after tarot. Oh, I've worn off the words. Look at that. I use this most often, the after tarot, because we really want to know what's going to happen after in the first place. All right. So, oh, and this can go off. All right. I thought I hit the button to mute. I'm going to keep the election energy in the background going, but we don't have to listen to it. So if you ever need some energy, turn on your TV, turn on something that's going to energize you or keep you up, mute it, and go on and do what you have to do. All right, I'm going to use the before cards. What is the energy surrounding the November 5th election today? What's the energy around the election today? Is it excitement? Is it fear? What is the energy around it today? What's in the hearts and minds of the voters and those who don't vote, don't want to see no interest, have no interest in it? What is it? What's the energy out there? Now, this is the before. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the spread for the before, and then I'm going to lay the afterwards right on top of it. Okay. Okay. So what is the energy? No more. Okay. No more shuffling. Let's see. Overall, okay. Success. Everyone has this energy of success, and the sun is a high potency energy itself. So energy is high. Okay. Let me get the lamp out the way. Okay. Got high energy here. The chariot. People are getting in their cars. They're finding a way. This is about transportation. Okay. Some people are getting in their feelings and they're going to gather themselves right up and calm themselves right down and get in control here. What's blocking them is the unknown. This is why people are on the move right about now, because they know there's something shady going on. They just can't put their finger on it. They need to know, but before they need to know, they need to vote first. That's what's going on. They know it's something going on under the shadow of the moon. Okay. So we have the sun and the moon with the chariot in between. They're going right on ahead. Okay. And the recent past, we have a fool. And this fool is trying to pick a rose. He does not understand that roses have thorns, or there could be also a snake in the bush. The dog is barking, 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 trying to tell him, stop, stop, stop. Be careful, be careful. But all this guy sees is the beauty of the rose. Keep in mind, this is the before deck. Justice has played a great part in this situation. A lot of legal issues have cropped up. Okay? We don't have to go into detail. And here is future. Future position, the tower. So the lightning has struck, information is out there. There is a major shakeup that's going to take place in the government. Okay? And this is all before. Major shakeup. More than likely because here we have the high priestess. She is the queen of the secrets and the occult. the mysteries. Okay? And this is the Torah that's in her hand. Okay? So there's a lot of concern about Israel and the Jewish situation right about now, also. It's a lot of things hidden. And another concern, look at this concern. Three of Pentacles. Now, I'm not sure if it's like, this is where the apprentice comes and goes over, not the apprentice, yeah, the master comes over and looks at the intern and the apprentice's work. In this situation, it looks like the master himself has to fill in a detail here. So we might have some extra scrutiny going on with certain collaborations. Let's call it extra scrutiny. Okay. And this extra scrutiny that is taking place over, hey, Kamoyo, how are you? This extra scrutiny is over the election. Okay. There have already been weird things happening with the election. Here's the Knight of Wands. He's riding in to see that things are done properly. Mm-hmm. And here's the fears. In hopes and fears, we have the 10 of Wands. How many wands do you see up there? The rest of the wands is half built. Half built. So we have, let's say, 5 solid issues, and others are to have been just thrown down to the ground? Or is it that we have 5 solid states and there are others that have 5 unsolid states, 5 states wavering? What is this? This 10 of Wands is a problem here. There's a fear here. There's not enough. Look closely at this card. The man in the hat is showing the young man with his hand out that this has to be done, that has to be done, that has to be done. You don't have enough wands. You don't have enough, what would you call them? They're not stick. Well, there you are, wands. You don't have enough to get this done. So that means that's basically a fear of not enough votes on somebody's behalf. So there's a fear of not having enough votes, not having enough wands, not having enough passion to finish well in the election. Okay. Now remember, this is all before. Now, at the number 10 position, we have the King of Swords. And someone, look at this. The hand in the cloud is handing the king his sword. He's going to start chopping up things. He's the lawyer. He's the judge. He's the police officer, peace police captain. He's the military general. And it looks like, I don't know if you can see this. Look on the ground where he's sitting. Look at his feet. Can you see that ditch that has been dug? Is he sitting? It's like he has dug himself into a plot of land. It's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be 45. He has dug himself a trench. I can't tell if he's tossing the sword back or about to take the sword. But one thing for sure is with that sword, he has dug himself a deep trench where when it starts to roll downstream, it's going to miss him. All right. You see that trench? You see the difference here and the difference there? Okay. The trench. I've never seen the King of Swords do that before, but yeah, because this is it getting ready to go downstream. This is the Five of Swords. This is the battle before the end. You see, this is a fierce battle. You see the two men in the back running. So the battle continues. It's going to be ugly, folks. Well, it's been ugly. Okay, now the mental challenge is the change. This is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is just that. If it's moving upwards towards the sun, the fortune is good. If it's moving southwards towards the moon, the fortune is questionable and probably dwindling. So we will see. This is also a major arcana card, which means this very easily can be manipulated from the realms above. And that is the mental challenge, the change of things to come. Now the emotional challenge, is the Emperor. Now in this card, the Emperor is standing with a lamb across his back. Usually when I see pictures like, with animals across the back, they're going to be taken to slaughter. That's dinner. But this one has something of this Emperor has an ankh and a lamb. He's got an ankh and a lamb. Ankh is a symbol of life. And then around him, he has the heads of the ram. That's Aries energy. That's about power. So what we're working with here, there is a shift in power for the Emperor. The Emperor is going to have to shift into a new type of energy. And what's on his back now is that of the lamb. So no more ramrodding, so to speak. No more headbutting. If he wants to get things done, the power he needs to use is going to have to be very persuasive as opposed to being aggressive. And that is a problem for the Emperor. Okay. And out comes the White House. 4 of Wands. So now, how do I want to do this? I'll just shuffle like I said I would. So I'm going to shuffle and superimpose. And then I'll pick up both cards so that you can see what they look like. So after the election, what is the energy after the election? Because it's interesting. We have maybe a tiny bit of apprehension, but a lot of feelings of success. So on both sides, we'll see. And it's like 45 has dug a trench, and I don't see Kamala anywhere. Okay. Unless she's the High Priestess. That's the only female card I have on this deck. So what is the energy after the election? Me too, Camille. Balance must be restored. It must be. I just want to live long enough to enjoy it, and then really enjoy it, live more than enough to enjoy it. Okay. Ooh. One more shuffle, no more shuffles. Yeah, okay. All right, here we have the 4 of Cups. This is the after deck now. This is the after deck. It looks like this on the back. The after deck, we have disappointment. Okay. The young lad has 4 cups. He does not want that 4th cup at all. It's so much of the same. So we're going to put that on top of the sun. So we have before the election. All right. Great feelings of success. After the election, disappointment. Okay. Okay. More of the same. Let me put that here. That's how some people feel about it. Okay, let's see what's going on top of this chariot where everybody's getting in their car and going. Oh, look, we have the sun. Okay. You have the sun moving towards success. The sun. This is before. Nope, sorry. This is before. This is after. Okay. Put them right up here. Put that up here. And now, what's crossing? This is before the moon. This is after the world. So now it's gotten to the point where the world is wondering what's going on? Or is this the exposure of different foreign elements? Because the foreign elements influencing the election could have been the shadow, been working in the shadow. That could have been the big secrets. Okay. And that has been recently exposed. Well, that's what the Russians did in 2016. And I'm hearing that was exposed recently again this week. That is the challenge. Okay. Okay. In the past, the fool was digging around in the rose bushes. In the future or in the after, we have the Five of Wands, where it's like, okay, it's like surrender. It's time to stop the conflict. No more foolish behavior. Nobody's sticking their hands in that rose bush. Okay, because they know what's waiting for them. All right, let's keep going. In the before, we had the justice issues, the legal issues. Now, shucks. Okay. He still dug. Oh, whoa. Okay. Well, this is going to be 45. This is Gemini energy. This is 45. But look at the trench now. Look what's in the. Look at this. He is separated from his crown. See that sword? Separated by the truth. Separated by the law. Put that right there. Oh, okay. Now let's see what's happening on top of the tower. Is future past? Future. Well, yeah. This is in the past. The tower, everything blowing up, and okay. And here we have the Chariot. It's interesting that the cards are coming up the same, just in different positions, because they mean different things in different positions. Basically, what this is showing is that even with the big disruption, the major changes, the big blow-ups, the big exposures, the explosions, the people are going to be in charge of their emotions. People are going to be, it's like, oh, well, shucks. Let's see what we can do next and move right along. Okay. Okay, it would be interesting. Now let's see what's in present of the present here. Before, we have a lot of the high priestess, a lot of secrets. Whoa, conflicts. But this can also be Kamala because she's a Libra. Here we have conflicts. This could be her internal conflict. I don't know. Doesn't have to be. There is also the possibility that this is after the election. There could be some aggressive behavior, some fights. Let me throw another card down on that, like doing her inauguration. Yeah, expected. Here's the Five of Swords. But you see the two people walking away defeated and the swords on the ground. He has two swords in his hand. He has three. Two swords in one hand, one sword in the air, and the other two are at his feet. Yeah, after she kicks their asses, she's going to make a peace offering. Yeah, she's going to have somebody. Yeah, any foolishness, any aggression coming toward her will be handled efficiently and quickly and with matching aggression, if not more so. Okay, let's see what the concern. Remember, we had the old master trying to, I don't know, what is he chipping away at or adding something to? Because this is an old master. This is not a kid. Mm-mm. The old master was adding something to the project here. Now we have a lot of things. People, it's like whatever the old master has done has put himself in a bind. This is the Eight of Swords. This is not just a case of worry, which it is worrisome, but this is someone who's put himself in a bind and is expecting someone to come cut him out of the bind. Okay. Or let's see, it could be it's something that they didn't see. This is something the student did not see. I don't know who the student is. It's something the student didn't see that the master has seen. The master is gone, and now the apprentice is trying to help the intern out here and free them from their bonds. You hemmed yourself up when you did that. You put yourself in that position. Let me help you with that. But what you're concerned about is not even relevant anymore. So let it go. That's the attitude there. That's the energy there. Okay, we have a lot of people coming in. Oops. Beginning, we have the Knight of Wands coming in for a challenge. Ooh, and here, it's going to be a separation here. This is afterwards. Heartbreak. So he very well could be leaving people behind. Swords definitely talk about their air signs. They talk about ideas. Yet here we have the heart. That's emotions. So what is happening is that this prince or Knight of Wands, I do believe he's leaving. And he's leaving behind a broken heart. Because the thoughts there are very, without sounding corny, they're cutting. They're dismembering. They have shredded someone. This could be, we'll see. This is beyond heartbreak. This is a heart shred. Heart's been shredded. Okay. In the position of concern, where there is not enough, probably votes, not enough to finish this house. See, they're trying to build a house, but they don't have enough. Is that slats for the? You don't have enough to finish the house. And it's become a burdensome. Yes, and buying a new house and building a new house is definitely Ten of Swords energy. It is burdensome. But right next to it, now this is we're still in the before, right one like right on top of it is the King of Swords. This is 45. So what we're gonna have here, let's see what's coming up next. Uh-oh. Look what's came up. Justice and the Fool. Justice and the Fool. So some other foolish things have occurred. Hold on a second. I'm trying to pull up one. One more. And look what we have. Look what we have again. Three of Pentacles. This time, the apprentice is looking at his work and like he feels more comfortable about it. This time, this is the after. This time, his work is better. His work is done. Now, I'm thinking of crafting a campaign, like the political campaign for the candidacy. This can also be crafting a lawsuit or defense, or not necessarily defense, prosecution. Here. And the fool is now over the cliff, smelling a rose. He just had to. What is in that? Poppies? Is that a no? That's a rose. He has dropped his wand, his bag. The dog is not coming, and he's hanging by one hand, smelling the rose. This very well can mean that I think Trump is going to be sentenced, arrested, whatever. This is legal. Legal stuff is getting ready to happen that he is just not paying any attention to. Okay, as we move on, here we have conflicts again, internal conflicts. These are thoughts. And they're sitting right next to, here we go again. Look at this. Okay, same thing. We have, one of these days I have a camera downstairs I don't know how to use, but once I can put up split screens, then I can show you what the spreads look like as I speak. Yeah, nope, that's not the one I want to show you. Where is he? The old master is reviewing the work and making changes. Okay. We're going to have to pick a better fight, a better strategy. Remember, the swords are mental. Uh-oh, whatever strategy you picked up, it didn't work. Now you're hemmed up. Okay. But I can get you out of it. It's time to clear your head. We need clarity. We need a new strategy. Okay, that's what that is. Now, this is what's going on now. Okay. So whatever is going on, whatever strategy they're working on now, they're going to be changing it, and they will continue to work on another strategy even after the election, okay, to acquire or to reach their goals. Okay. Now, we're moving on to the mental challenge. Mental challenge is change. So, judgment, decisions. So what has been happening is that it is perfectly clear that the environment has changed. The thoughts, minds, attitudes of the people, of the public has changed. And some of that change came from divine itself. Whenever you see major arcana cards, that's coming from divine. Okay. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's all. All of this is meant to happen. All of this is in the divine. Okay. The emotional challenge, this is before the election, is control. The control of power and how to make it work this time shifted into soft land power. Okay. That's what's the challenge is before the election. After the election, there will be a lot of confusion. 7 of Cups. Lots of confusion because there's lots of things riding on the use of power in the old fashioned way. Okay. Mm. Now they have to come up with a whole new strategy. And that's where that lamb energy comes from. And some folks are going to, well, they're going to be strategizing. This is pretty much what was said a few minutes ago with this. This is Major Arcana. So the powers that be they're going to have to come up with another mode of craft here. No, you're not unqualified to vote. Just vote. No. That Geronimo, come on, with a name like that, if you don't get your butt out to vote, vote. Just go out there. Use your heart and mind. Use your heart mind. Don't let anybody dissuade you because that's a master game too. That's just game. Somebody's played game on you. And if you turn on TV and you watch these videos on YouTube, they're just running game. It's called manipulation. Okay. That's all it is. Vote for what you feel is best. Oh, you're welcome. But vote for what you feel is best. You are Geronimo. That means something. Okay, now where was I? Oh, yeah. Because that's what this is. This is game. They got to come up with a new game strategy. That's all it is. Okay, and now we have the White House itself. Okay, this is the before card. Oh, okay, look at this. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. We might have a close election because this means things are going to move very slowly. So the results might be in very slowly, or there may be challenges. Look at this. Yeah, this is the kingmaker himself. The king. Hold on a second. The kingmaker himself. Okay. These are after the election. This is the election. This is the White House. Okay. So now we have, put that down there. We have the Knight of Pentacles, delays, everything slowed up. We have the King of Wands. This is also 45's card. Trying to push things through fast. Oh, and then we have Uncle Joe, President Biden, who sees things differently. Has brought in the woman's vote. There is going to be an expansion of, there might be a whole women's party. That's going to be weird, but yeah, the Biden team is going to, there's Kamala, the goddess, the women, where am I? Right here. The women's party is going to turn everything upside down, upheaval. It's going to be upheaval. Yep. And look, they will be victorious. This is the card of victory. And all of this is after it's going to be found out. Yeah, it'll be reached. This is after the election. So there'll be more shenanigans from 45, but they will not amount to much. They won't amount to anything. Vote for the women in your life, sure, if you want to keep them alive. Because I was thinking about, oh, that's the end of the reading. Because, I have, I'm grandmother age, okay? I'm great grandmother to some, um, great grandnephews. Um, which means I have been a mother. I have been pregnant. And I'm going to tell you something. I will never forget it. And that's because, and this is what really irks me, but I have to stay grounded. Nobody tells you as a female of the dangers of a pregnancy. Do you know when you're pregnant, gentlemen, your woman has a 50-50 shot of never seeing the light of day? And that's because of all the things that can go wrong during a pregnancy. And my big beef, I was raised Catholic, Catholic schools, all this other stuff, but I left the church over 50 years ago. I only go back for funerals. Um, the arguments now are the arguments then. But what they're not telling you, the arguments basically, but you're killing babies, but it's okay for the babies to kill the mothers. That is what's missing, and that is real. That's what I was taught to do as a good Catholic girl, to forfeit my life. And during the 70s, basically, I was, everybody was rebellious. That was the day of the hippies. And we said, oh, hell no. I'm like, are you kidding me? Now, what happens with these women who have families already and something happens? What happens to the young girl in her first pregnancy is a tubal pregnancy, and it has to be deleted. It has to be cut out. She dies. And ain't no praying it away. Tubal pregnancies, complications, the placenta can detach. All kinds of weird stuff happens. The mother gets hypertension, goes into a stroke. Who's taking care of these? Who? Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. And so, the well-being of the mother is just irrelevant. And that, I know that comes from the Catholic Church, because that's what they taught me. And I ignored them. Better believe it. That's why I'm here today. So they're going to get a lot of flack. Yeah. Whatever this anti-woman thing is so dangerous. Even in Texas, they have a state ban. I can't remember his name. Representative in Texas is trying to gather the medical records of all the women who went out of state after having miscarriages. Now, he's straight up violating the HICFA laws. Doesn't care. Now, what would he want with that? Down in Florida, they tried to get the records of the young high school girls' menstruation periods. What are they going to do with that? It really sounds like somebody's trying to put together a awesome, but highly dangerous satanic ritual. I tell you, to me, it sounds like it's a satanic ritual. And I should know about such things, but talk about satanic rituals. I'm off. Sidebar, did you see that film footage, the latest film footage of Diddy's white party where they have the young girl laid out on the table like she's a turkey? They got her. It looked like something out of a horror film on sorcery and witchcraft. Laid her out talking about they were eating off of her. No, y'all, they were probably eating her. There was no food on that table. So, see, we have to be very wise and very alert. And if things don't seem right where we are, they're probably not right, and we probably shouldn't be there. Um, any questions on this reading, or any questions at all? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow myself. You know who's winning, but I'm not supposed to say. That would be so tacky. So tacky as a reader to go public with it. Yeah. Well, what the? Who was on Diddy? What was that? Eyes Wide Shut. That's what the movie. It was some Eyes Wide Shut, Camoyo, with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. Geronimo, you might be too young to remember this movie, but it's way back when Tom Cruise, before he started doing his Mission Impossible movies. There's a movie. You might be interested in see it. Eyes Wide Shut. But instead of the robes, everybody is dressed in white suits or white leisure suits, white three-piece suit, white. Just stay, just be there. Just be there. Just be there. Just be there. In one of my travels in the realm, I um, I did a microdosing, and I saw two male female beings. Okay, now the female being did all the talking. The male being, the way they were standing, he just looked so huge, and she just looked so small. But all he had to do was, let me get this light on my face. All he had to do was stand there. His presence was just that profound and scary as hell. And they were like standing on the top of a stair. They were like it was like a castle, and you know the turret. You have it, and then you have the steps down. You're going into a tower. They look like they had just come out the tower, and I saw them out the side of my eye, and I turned my head and I went, "Oh, hello, who are you?" And she had like a crowned, or like Catherine of Aquitaine, Eleanor of Aquitaine. I'm sorry, that back in the 11 and 1200s when the Queen wore that thing, it was like it was a veil, but it was must had a box or something under it because it was a square veil, covered here, down the back, and he had something that looked kingly, and they had like purple robes. They were all white. I mean, white, white. They had no color. They were white beings. They had red eyes and no brows, no lenses, no lashes. Um, they did have red lips, and they were okay. The white that I saw, the energy that I saw, were little droplets of energy. And I want you to hear this. Oh, I know what that is. Oh, shucks. And if it were not for that, no, even with that purple robe across the shoulders, across her shoulders, across his shoulders, you could not. If he wasn't so tall, you could not see where one ended and the other began. I don't know what it was, but that's how, and he was fearsome. Never said a word, didn't have to. I wasn't going to challenge her, and nobody else was either. But that's how you support these women. And listen. And when people speak, you have to be. It's like winging it because more than likely, Camellia, you're going to hear some things you never heard before, almost like a hierophant. Yeah, the hierophant, but instead of I don't even see it. Instead of the red, the white. But it weren't churchy at all. Not no religious. It was just a power couple, and he was this tall and she was right there. But like I said, you couldn't tell where one ended and the other began. Um, what was I saying? You're going to hear things you never heard before and you never imagined before, and they're going to trigger you, And sometimes they might even, you might even first hearing it reject it. Like, that can't be true. So if it can't be true, just put it back in your mind and put it on hold somewhere, but don't dismiss it. Just put it on hold. Like grandma used to do. Mm-hmm. Or wow. Or say absolutely nothing. Because we've been lied to for centuries, probably millennia. And the patriarchy is nothing but a political system. That's all it is. It's not from God at all. Because there was a system, the matriarchal system was prior to that. And if they haven't killed off all this, they killed literally, who killed soldiers? And I'm going to put it out there, even Archangel Michael killed the Sibyls. And I asked him if he did it. He said yes. I asked him why. He will not. I guess he feels you don't have to explain to me, but he does not feel good about that at all. And I like, oh my God. So, I mean, these people, whomever they were, I haven't dug that deep into the past. These people were shrewd enough even to play the angels. Yes, you can. Yes, you can play an angel because they come here to help you. They come here to defend you. They come here to support you. And you sit up there and lie to them. Oh, well. But yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. It is just a political system. It's not from God at all. And then that goes back to what is God. So stop. People have been using God for all kinds of mischief, murder, mayhem. But now everything is being exposed. Not behind the throne. No, you don't see anybody sitting behind the throne. Geronimo. You know, doggone, those chairs are right next to each other. Queen Elizabeth was queen long before she married Philip, but even he sat next to her, but she couldn't, he was not the king, he was the prince. Consort. That means no. If she died today or tomorrow, he still doesn't rule. But anyway, these things, sometimes we might have to go way, way, way back. Not total equals right. Exactly. No imbalance. Balance. That's the thing. It has to be balanced because we're off whack. We're off whack. I was talking to somebody this morning. I said, have you noticed that the sun is coming up out of the south instead of the east? Like, what the hell? So everything is flipping around, even the earth. And on that note, does anybody have any other questions for me? It's time for me to grab some breakfast. I was going to run to the store. I've got my shopping outfit on. I need to go get some things. Any other questions? Yeah, there is no balance if you're talking about total. No imbalance, that is. Love you too, sweetheart. Okay. All right. Yeah, you have to take care of, because these people, this is an entity. I was told a long time ago, anything that attacks the feminine is of the devil. Now, there's a Christian devil, but there's also a Buddhist devil. And that Buddhist devil, those demons get their butt slayed any old time. The Christian devil is still living. I do not understand why. But that's I never hung around to find out. You know what I mean? Not interested. Because in Hindu and in Buddhism, those gods come down and they go, no more problems with the devil or the demons. No more problems. So I don't know what this is. I just know it's a campaign. And I'm like, damn. Somebody hates women with a passion. All right, folks. Thanks for dropping by. It's time for me to, I think I'll go get some breakfast. Much love to you. Until next time.